Today's topic is going to be affairs, and joining me again is Dr. Michelle Golland, a clinical psychologist from California. We thank you for being here today.
Thank you, my pleasure.
All right, so we really do have to talk about this. We know marriage is hard enough without the pressure or the temptation of affairs,
Right.
But when they happen, what can you do?
Well, it's really difficult. Affairs are like an avalanche, I think. They happen unexpectedly. They freeze everything in time in the relationship, and they cause great damage. Men have affairs, 60% of men have affairs. They say up to 40% of women have affairs. So it happens often. And what is traditionally thought, and what we think, is that that's the end. That's it. I will get a divorce if my spouse ever cheats on me. But with a divorce rate of 50% and the damage that a divorce does to the people and to the children, I really believe we need to really try to recover from an affair.
Can a marriage recover? I mean, there's that huge trust issue.
Right, it's huge. And they can recover. What I like to look at is, first of all, you need to get therapy when you're dealing with this big of a problem. It's too emotional, it's too heated, and no two people, like you said, with that trust, can try to recover from that on their own. Because really, the affair is a symptom of a problem marriage. That just doesn't come out of a happy marriage and then there's an affair. There's issues that the couple is having that then the partner stepped away and stepped out of the relationship. So you need professional help in dealing with it.
You know, some people believe that when you seek professional help or you seek a therapist, it's almost a taboo word. It's almost like you don't, oh, well, our marriage is not in trouble. We don't want other people to know our marriage is in crisis.
Right, right. And I think the stigma of that, I think people need to see that actually getting help means you're strong and that you have strength, that you actually want to devote time to something that's so important. And what I also think, if you think therapy is expensive and time-consuming, try a divorce. Get a divorce lawyer. Check out what they charge hourly and what it's going to cause to the damage that you're going to have to deal with once you start down that road. So it's much better and easier, truthfully, I think, to deal with the problems in the marriage.
So there is help. If there is a problem in the relationship, you can seek help.
Definitely. And what I like to do is, I think there's a few guidelines that I think a couple needs to focus on if they're going to start to deal with this. First, I'm going to talk about the person who's been unfaithful. There are some things that you have got to do. You have got to come clean. You have got to be honest, and you have to be as honest as your partner wants you to be. So you need to answer all questions. Some people think, oh, I don't want to share that information. It's too painful. But what we think has happened is usually far worse than what has occurred. So you have to be really, really brutally honest to the degree that your partner wants you to be. And you need to take full responsibility. Even if your marriage is unhappy, and let's say your husband was neglecting you, and it was all those negative things, you, and only you, chose to step outside of that relationship. So you have to take full responsibility. And then you have got to act trustworthy, and you have to be remorseful. I mean, you have to really want to save this relationship if this is what has happened. And you have to express true remorse, and you have to be trustworthy, and your partner is going to want to know where you are. You need to be accountable and responsible. And that's going to last for some time after the affair has been revealed. So that it's really important that the person who has been unfaithful do that. And then there are some things that the person who has been betrayed needs to do. And really, this is really some of the harder work, because that's the trust issue.
I would imagine.
And I think what the first thing you need to do is decide that you're going to forgive. You have to make the choice to forgive.
Forgiving is the first step.
Yeah, you cannot ever forget, but you have got to forgive. And you have to know what you need to heal, and you have to be able to express that to your partner.
Dr. Michelle Golland, thank you so much for bringing your insight today. We're going to have a lot more information on our website. Thank you again for coming in.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Ron, we're going to send it back to you for that more information.